Hey, what's up there, roulette players? Welcome back to Casino Wars, where every day we break down real roulette strategies that you can test, track, and tweak for smarter play at the roulette tables. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you all love seeing new ways to take on the roulette wheel, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a roulette spin. Hey, if you have a roulette strategy or a roulette system that you'd like to try out here on my channel, shoot me an email at LVcasino.wars@gmail.com. I would love to feature your idea on an upcoming video. Well, a little about today's system. In today's video, we will be covering 6 corner bets and 5 double streets and the 0-0-0, and we will also be playing 1 row. So every time we lose, we will just add another unit. So the units start off as 4 units on the double streets and 1 unit on the corners and the double zeros. So when we increase by 4 on the double streets, and we do 1 unit each on everything else. So let's get into the video and see how this one works out. Right, I saw this strategy and I really liked it. So we're going to try it out here. Let's go ahead and start by placing $4 here, $4 here, $4 here, $4 here, $4 here, and then we're going to put $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, and $1. And we're going to put $1, $2, $3, $4 here. And we're going to put $1 here and $1 here. All right. And we're going to spin. It's an 18 red. Got every unit covered, every number covered, but some might be partial losses. Rebet and spin. It's a 9 red. Okay, that's a 1 unit win. Rebet and spin. It's a 36 red. All right, that's a 23 unit loss. So we're going to rebet. And we're going to double it. All right, and spin. All right, that's a 22 black. That's an 8 unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 28 black. All right, that's another 8 unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. One more jackpot win, and we'll start over. 14 red. All right, that's a 2 unit win. Rebet and spin until we get past the negative number. Going to continue. It's a 15 black. This should be a good one. All right, and let's do one more spin at this level. And spin. 19 red, that should be a good one. All right, that's an 8 unit win. So now we're going to bring it back to base, 32 units. Okay, so we're going to spin. That's a 3 red. That's a loss. It's a 23 unit loss. So we're going to rebet and spin. Oh, I forgot to double it. That would have been 31 red, 31 black rather. That would have been a jackpot number. That would have been 8 units instead of 4. If we would have doubled it. So we're going to double it now and spin. That's a 22 black. That should be good. All right, that's an 8 unit win. Okay, so let's rebet and do it one more time. This is the last time, and then we could bring it back unless we get a top number. All right, that's a 9 red. That should be good. All right. So let's rebet and spin. One more win. Whatever, this is going to be the last spin unless it's a loss. 29 black. That should be good. All right, that's a 2 unit win. So we're going to bring it back to base and spin. Let's just see if we can get some profit. 28 black. That should be good. That's a 4 unit win. Rebet and spin. It's a 15 black. That should be good. It's a 1 unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 36 red. That should be a loss. It is. So I modified this a little bit. I played the double zeros to make them jackpot numbers, both of them. But it is a modification. And let's see if this modification works. That's an 8 black. All right, that's a 2 unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 21 red. That's a 2 unit win. Rebet and spin. $6 more. One jackpot number will do it. 34 red. I think that's a loss. It's a $40 loss. Wow. All right, so we're going to rebet. We're going to add 1 unit. We're going to add I didn't think this part out. Okay, so let's add 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. And spin. That's a 27 red. That should be good. It's a $7 win. Rebet and spin. It's a 31 black. I think that's a loss. Oh no, it's a jackpot number. That's good. Oh, I didn't add this one up. That's what I did wrong. All right, so I made a mistake. All right, so we know that I made a mistake now. Forgot to add the 4 units to that. 26 black. That's a 3 unit win. Rebet and spin. It's a 35 black. I think that's a loss. $69 loss. So we're going to rebet. And we're going to increase everything by 4 on the bottom. Increase that. Now we're at 128 unit bet. All right, we got to come back now. That's a 1 red. That's a loss. Oh my God. It's an 80 unit loss. Oh my goodness. Rebet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1.
Boy, this is not good. Not going in my favor at all. That's a 16 red. That's a 22 unit win. Rebet and spin. Whoops. Dang it. That's a 6 black. It's a $4 4-unit win. Rebet. I don't know how this happened, but this has to go. Oh my goodness. That's a 7 red. That's a 20-unit win. Rebet and spin. It's too hard to recover with this system. 17 black. That's a 5-unit win. Rebet and spin. The recovery is tough here. I gotta admit, if you get too many bad numbers, you're in trouble. 11. That's a 5-unit win. Rebet and spin. But you guys let me know in the comments below if you ever tried this system and if you like it. That's a 12 red. All right, that's another 5-unit win. Rebet and spin. The recovery just is too much. If you get down, you're in trouble. 29. All right, that's a 5-unit win. These 5-unit wins are not going to do it. We need some jackpot numbers. 7. Finally got a jackpot number, but still scary here. All right, rebet and spin. Because only coming back 5 at a time, basically. 33, and that's not good. Oh, that is good. That's fine. Okay, rebet and spin. But if you get anything in those 34 or higher, you're in trouble. And 1 through 3, you'll be in trouble. Rebet, spin. I think the recovery is too much for this. You got to really watch your budget. There's got to be a better way to play it. All right, that's a 5-unit win. Rebet and spin. You need a system that recovers everything in one shot. With this system, 29 black. All right, that's a win. Rebet, spin. Yeah, you need a one shot recovery. Recovering like this is too much. That's a jackpot number though. 20-unit win. Rebet and spin. I have to go back and look at the video I was watching because they had a recovery system that you brought back everything at once. And that's what you need with this. You can't grind it up. It's just not going to work. 9. You want to recover everything at once with one spin because the odds of winning is good. So I'd rather go with 3 bullets. 11 black. Okay, that's a good win. I'll make that on my next video. Now let's see if we could grind this up though. There's a jackpot number. All right. Rebet and spin. The problem is I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm pretty much due for a loss now. So now I'll get all my money back, and then by then I'll probably freaking make a loss because I'm due for one. That's a 13 black. That's good. That's a jackpot number. Good. We can go back to base. Thank goodness. At least that helps. You need a one-shot recovery system so that you can come back with all your money, even if it takes 3 bullets, and 3 bullets cost you $700 or whatever. But you need that because the odds are better for you. This, getting all these in a row is not in your favor. So we'll figure that one out, but I want to make this video for y'all. All right, that's an 18 red. It's a 1-unit win. Rebet and spin. So for this system, because it is tough, we're not going to try to get too high. There's my loss. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to double and spin. That's a 28 black. All right, that's a jackpot win. Rebet and spin. So as I was saying, since this system is tough, we're not going to try to get too high. I'm going to try and just get to, if I can get to 10 units ahead, I'll call it a video. All right. But we're just going to try to get to 10. All right. 10 units on this. So we're going to rebet and spin, because with that, we're still -7. I need that one single shot to recover everything there. That's not good. All right, so we're gonna rebet. Not a good system for this. So oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. All right, we're going to rebet and spin. We need this recovery. 7, that's a win. That's a 12 unit win. Rebet, spin. Yeah, we need a one shot, because if that was one shot, boom, we would have had everything back, and then we could have went back to base. All right, but that's a 0. That's a good one. That's another unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 26 black. All right, that's a 3 unit win. Rebet and spin. Still down 26 units. We need a couple of jackpots. 25 red. That's a jackpot. All right, rebet and spin. We need one more jackpot and a regular 35. That's a loss. Dang it. Oh my goodness. This is not a good system. All right, so now we're going to add another 4. Recovery is too much with this. And I'm going to rebet. We're going to spin. The recovery is way too hard to get here. It's a 13 black. 16. Bet and spin. It's a 14 red. It's a $4 win. Rebet and spin. Okay, rebet and spin. Since this recovery is so hard, I'm going to set my evaluation now. I'm going to set it for a loss. I'm just going to get above 50. Another loss. So we're going to rebet. And sometimes you have to set your evaluation for a negative number, your high number, as a negative, because the system is too hard to recover. So being that it's too hard to recover, we're just going to try to minimize our losses. And this is part of smart play. After I set this thing, okay. All right, so we're at negative 143. Let's see if we can minimize our losses to $50. That's a 20. That's a win. So we're going to try to minimize our losses to $50. If we can get to negative 50, we'll walk away. 28 black. That's a jackpot number. Rebet and spin. 22 black. That's a 20 unit win. Rebet and spin. Man, this is too much of a hard grind to get back up. 1, that's a loss. This is exactly what I'm telling you. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You got to minimize your losses now at this point. Man. So we're going to rebet. I'm going to add 4. 4. All right. Might have to just minimize our losses to 100 at this point. 14 red. Rebet and spin. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take a $100 loss on this, guys. 36 red. That's another loss. Oh my goodness. We got to minimize our loss at this point. You don't want to lose your entire bankroll. So what we do is we just minimize our losses to a certain point, and we just take a loss. I'll definitely come up with that one shot, but it's good to show you the losses and the goods and the bads about every system. So now we're at a $224 bet. So let's spin it and see where we're at. We're at 330. Wow. 18 red. At this point, I don't know what to do. Rebet and spin. Let's just try to keep our losses at 200. Less than 200 if we can. That's a 31 black. That's a jackpot number. Rebet and spin. I'm just gonna get this to a $200 loss. It's better than losing your entire bankroll. That's a jackpot. All right, rebet and spin. No, see, that is what I'm talking about. That's why you got to minimize your losses. You got to take the loss. Now we're gonna be even more up shit's creek. Where are we at? Man. We're going to have to take a 300 loss here, guys. I mean, nobody wants to lose money, but, you know, it's better than losing your bankroll. That's what it's called about safe gambling. $300. Man. Let's see if we can get up that before we get another freaking loss. All right, guys, so we just gotta grind it out. Hopefully we get some wins here. That's a 22 black. All right, that's a jackpot number. Rebet and spin. I don't know. And that's a 15 black. That should be a good number. Not a great number, but it's a good number. Rebet and spin. Yeah, I don't know. I think 300 is going to be our number. Minus 300. I think we're going to take a $300 loss. Rebet. Spin. I think I'm going to go with a $300 loss, gang. It's better than losing 700, 800. My whole entire bankroll. Rebet and spin. It's a 31 black. All right, that's a jackpot number. Rebet and spin. Yeah, we're going to take a 300. We're not going to push it. 32. All right, that's an 8 unit win. All right, so we just need 25. One jackpot number will do it. All right, that's jackpot number. We got it. We're going to take this as a loss. Okay, gang.
Okay, guys, that's a great example of a great way to minimize your losses. This is also about discipline and making sure that you don't lose your entire bankroll. This is a great example of what could happen in a casino. Sometimes those evaluation points need to be in the negative number if you find that the system is too hard to come back. Just take your losses, just minimize them. I wish I could have did it earlier and minimized it down to 50, but you know, I just kept losing, so that's why I had to keep going up with my negative number. But this is the perfect example, and this is about gambling responsibly. You go there with $1,000 bankroll, and you walk away with only $300 loss. At least you have that $700 that you could use the next session. So just keep that in mind, and just definitely keep that stuff in mind that you have to evaluate, and sometimes you have to evaluate in the negative numbers. But anyway, this system has a recovery system that you could bring it back in one spin. That's what this system really needs. This system, doing it this way, grinding it back up, it's very difficult. So tomorrow's video, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it with bring it back one spin. All right, well, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another roulette spin. And thank you, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your week.